Okay, I'm gonna cover what I've done or what I've seen and done in all this far. Um, Usually, a thermostat should be rather easy. Like once you get to it, it is easy. Uh, I'd normally even be as cheap as just $50 on a thermostat if it's simple. But because the design in yours, it's not. Like, say if it had been somewhere like here, that'd be real easy. Just take some things apart. But it's not. This is just a bleeder valve to get everything correct. Once you get everything put back together, and you're getting all the air out of the coolant. This is the top radiator hose, as evidenced by that connection. So usually your thermostat's from the lower one. So knowing that your lower one went where it did, I knew it would be somewhat of a pain. So I just wanted it to 100. And yeah, it's definitely being that. You have to move the power steering pump out of the way. You have to move the AC compressor out of the way because it's hidden back in there, that little spout with some green coming out of it back there, that little black one. This little thing is where it's in. We got that mostly unbolted now too. A couple more bolts and I'll have this off and be able to change the thermostat out and be done there. And then there was the problem with the wheels. Yeah, you've got at least one lug on both sides that's completely ruined, and the others didn't look much better. Now, part of it is they're known for being bad in these Chryslers, uh, but still, like it's normal for one to get destroyed while working on it, but to have one destroy and put it back on and not tell you, especially if you're willing to replace it, knowing how important item that is, that's where the shop really screwed you over. So, whereas again, it is that the lugs that they use that go onto these are pretty inferior. Again, that shop was just neglecting telling you that, hey, we're having a problem. And I've managed to find you some good lugs that should alleviate that problem, differently made and everything. Even check with the tire expert to make sure they fit well with the wheel, and that should all work out well. But so anyway, there's all that. But then I was just kind of checking things on the other side, and this is where I saw what might be the bad news I was afraid of. That I keep a few expert friends to give me advice on different things. One was saying that the possibility was a radiator. This is what I ran into that scared me a little bit. Yeah, there's a top radiator hose. Let me see if I can get this camera. It's hard to angle the camera to see what I saw. Let me make sure I can see it right again. Yep, I can see it. But yeah, I don't know if I can really show it to you. But I can see it right in there. I wonder if I can zoom in with this. Let's see. Yeah, it's not, well, now you can kind of see it, that darkened area. Whereas it doesn't really show it well in the video. That's where it's wet over here. I have not taken a thing over here apart. So that would suggest what my expert friend was kind of saying was he thinks maybe your radiator's bad itself. And that's kind of a hint that it probably is. Could be leaking on this side. That could be your other overheating problem. So that's now why I'm questioning if you ever had a radiator replaced, because that might have a leaking crack in it.